Hello and welcome to round 4 of Invictus Racing League's Performance Championship, live from the Hockenheim circuit in Germany. I am your commentator for the evening, H Racing Green, and we start off proceedings with a clear weather qualifying session. Let's see the setup on from the ghost car.
If you have us make a setup change,
Shut up, Jeff.
like the field, don't hesitate to come back and undo it. You can save any setups that you like from the tablet, or you can always use one of the presets the team has built from our simulation data.
Thanks. Right. We have a full grid this evening, or full but one. No, a full grid. We have a full grid this evening, I believe. No, we're missing one. Unfortunately, Milan Pop could not make it into the lobby. So we are all but one here for this fourth round, so hopefully we should get some really good racing. Currently in the championship, you are looking at the second place man, LK0, who is actually tied on points at the top with Mike on 26 points. Followed in third by Sir Spud on 22 and Craig in fourth on 17. So all of those drivers will be looking to improve upon their position. Lots and lots of drivers making their debuts, Jaden being one of them. We've got Taffa, we'll just call him Taffa. Taffa, a debutant this time out. Notorious LIP, not a debutant, that's racing a couple of races this season. There's Craig in the Williams this time out. So Unomi 1 Kentucky. It'll just be Unomi for this, I don't know how to say any of these names. But he makes his debut in the Renault car. So then, a few cars coming around to start their lap. It's a short lap. Let's ride on board with apologies, with the Haas of Jaden. Executes turn 1 fairly well. Braking hard for turn 2. Hits that apex nicely. We want to plant his foot now for turn 3. Taps away at the steering a little bit. It's a 16.8 in the first sector. So not too bad. Hits the apex of the hairpin. Wants to get a good drive out of there. Then go through the kink and into the Mercedes Arena section, in front of the Mercedes stand, through the long left and onto the right, and this is where the modern track rejoins the original. The original obviously curved off into the woodlands surrounding the current circuit, and was extremely fast. As a favourite among fans and drivers. A lot of people want it to come back, and it's highly unlikely it ever will. It's a highly dangerous and highly impractical circuit, but was certainly a spectacle nonetheless. So here comes Jaden, finishes lap. It's a 1:16.8 on his opening attempt. Runs a little wide at turn 1 on his next lap. Let's ride with LK0. Currently second. He's going for the soft tyre. Interesting choice. I think probably the smart choice for a lot of drivers. Perhaps looking to go longer on the first stint. Maybe attempt a one stop if they're aided by a safety car or some weather, something like that. Oh, apologies. I've got still recovering from a bit of a cold, but we'll soldier on. So stick with LK0 or Lennon. Not quite sure how to pronounce his name. Into a third sector he comes then. Got this fast right-hander. Down 2 gears. Plants the throttle. Let's brake, spot the polystyrene board on the right. Brake just there. We'll get good drive through these tricky left-right in the final sector, and then it's achingly long double right-hander to finish the lap. Oh, and he's run so wide. Oh, he's lost it. Nearly hits the inside wall. That's his opening qualifying run over then by the looks of things. Here's Yaham in the manor. Also on the soft tyre. He's just behind this Sauber, a little way up the road. shouldn't be slowed down by it too much. Not to go into the pits. Here's Narayan on the super soft tyre. Narayan currently missing on the Narayan currently missing on the scoring sheet on the results table, which is slightly odd, but there we are. He's currently 9th. He'll certainly be looking to improve on that position. Is he pushing? Maybe. So Numi comes into the pits. Johnny R95. He makes his debut this time, I believe. Yes, he does. Fast driver. I've seen him in quite a few places, AOR included. Has extended and cut that quite badly though. Tafalucian, as he currently 13th, not on a flying lap. Fascone in the Mercedes, runs wider at the Mercedes corner. Looks like he's not pushing, I don't think anyway. All sorts of cars getting out of the way. Oh, extends that, may have invalidated his lap actually. What is a 36.4? Is that competitive? Oh yeah, vaguely. Okay, so he might actually be on a lap. So Spud has set the fastest first sector of anyone. That is what he's going to be looking for. Currently 3rd in the oh, and he's extended that. That's got to be an invalidation, surely. Here comes Fascone to cross the line. No, it's not an invalidation. It's a 17.5 to go 11th fastest. Currently on pole is Gaming Freak Plus. Who's half a second faster. What is it with putting people in the McLaren who are far too fast for it? First Phil, and now Gaming Freak. And there's Malk in the Toro. No, not the Toro Rosso, in the Haas. Mike in the Toro Rosso. Joint championship leader. He's going to be hoping for another good result here to try and break away from LK0 in second. Been a pretty solid lap so far. This should put him somewhere near the top of the tables, I think. If you can get this final sector right, the Toro Rosso does understeer, so these right-handers could be a little bit tricky. It's a 16.7. He goes 5th fastest. Fascone is not on a lap. Nomi's on an out lap. Johnny R95. Oh, it's Spud. Here we are then. Currently 16th. He's currently 3rd in the championship with a win and 2 6th places. So I'm quite sure why he's still in the Mercedes. Might have been worth moving him down. And Yahan has left the session. I don't know if that's a disconnect or a rage quit. Hopefully not. Well, I hope it's not either of those things, but it's got to be one of them. And that's unfortunate. Hopefully he will join back and make it in for the start of the race. He's got 9 minutes, so we would imagine so. Here comes Mike then. Looks like Mike is on a lap. Yeah, he's not going to pit just yet, which is interesting because the tyre wear is pretty high, so doing 2 laps on the supers is a pretty brave strategy call. It's a 15.7 to go fastest of anyone. That is a great lap from him. Oh dear. Oh, that's an out lap, that's okay. Mike currently 6th. He's done a fast first sector, but he's backed out of it, out of the lap. Okay, Zero going very slowly. Unomi scything through the traffic. He looks to be on a flying lap, a second flying lap. He does a 17.8 in the first sector, maybe not then. Johnny R95, he's going to be coming around to start a lap. Let's go into the broadcast view. And let's watch him begin his lap. Here we go then through turn 1, let's check. And he does that pretty nicely. Now it's the hard braking zone for turn 2. Hits that apex. Very nice through that. It's a 16.9 in the first sector, so that compares with the 16.7 of Gaming Freak Plus, who is in first, and it's roughly the pole position time first sector. Johan's back, that's good to see. it's a 69 in the first sector, so 36.7 in the middle. That compares with, oh no, that doesn't really actually, no, it's a 35.3 is the best from Sir Spud, so that's not what Johnny R95 will be looking for. Does not aim to be 1.4 seconds off the pole time in the middle sector. He's going to come round, and he is going to be 16th still, 17.8. Mount on his out lap. Okay, 0, yeah, on a flying lap. It's 16.8 and a 35.5, so this should be a pretty competitive time. Should be looking to go sort of top 5, maybe, certainly top 10. Oh, but he's cut that. That might have invalidated his lap time, and that's going to really suck if it has. No, it's a 16 flat, and that puts him 3rd on the tables. Fabulous chicken, 69 in the first sector. That's right on board then as he comes along this back straight, DRS wide open. He's going to brake just before the 100-metre board for the hairpin. Full steering lock. He's going to want to get good drive, short shift from 2nd to 3rd. Foot hard down as we come through the kink at turn 6. And then it's Mercedes corner, turn 7. A tricky left. It's a hard right. And then it's going to be another right-hander. Go along the drag strip and into this hard right-hander. Does that fairly well. This lap is looking like it will be a top 5 lap as well. Having used a lot of steering lock to get that Toro Rosso to go around the corners. It's a very understeery car, as I discovered at Abu Dhabi last season. It does not want to go where you point it. But does those final 2 corners really nicely, and that puts him 6th with a 16.5. Okay, there's Jaden on his outlap. Tej, the legend himself, Tejuar, in the Red Bull, making his IRL debut. So 16.7 first sector and a 35.8, so these are pretty competitive times. About half second down in the middle, but really solid in the first sector, so let's see what he can do. He's currently 10th on the super soft tyre. He won't really want to be starting there, so an improvement will be wanted. Oh, but he's run a little wide there. That may have invalidated his time. We'll have to see. No, puts him 4th for 16 flat, so nice lap from Tej there. Fabulous chicken. We've got Jaden. Jaden starts his lap. I believe that's Tej, they're just up ahead on the road. Hopefully he'll get out of the way, or at least offer some slipstream. There we are, the Red Bull driver jumps out of the way. It's a 16.8 for Jaden in the first sector. We've got just over 4.5 minutes left to go in this qualifying session. And now this is where drivers will be going out on low fuel runs, their final attempt at snagging pole position for the start of the German Grand Prix. So 35.8, so this lap again should be probably top 5 or sort of just under top 5. And he goes 8th fastest, so a fairly solid lap there. Top 10 position. Lorraine out on the soft tyre, he's going to want to be, he's not pushing. Now, pits, Jamie Met 92, he is another IRL debutant. He in the Force India for his debut, so solid car. Hopefully he can do something with it. Currently 14th on the tables, he'll want to be improving that on his super soft tyres. Obviously, drivers starting outside the top 10 will get free tyre choice, so they can opt for softs or mediums to start the race on, so potentially starting in 11th could be beneficial for some. and some maybe sandbagging to aim for that. Who is currently in 11th? It's currently Mike, so it's currently the championship leader in 11th. A second off of the pole time, but he will have free tyre choice at the start of the race. His championship rivals are, well, there's Sir Spud on pole. LK0 is third. So, so while he is behind his championship rivals on the grid, he might have preferential tyre choice, which could be very beneficial to him. Here comes Jamie then. Along the back straight. Brakes extremely late, goes a little deep into the hairpin, hopefully he can get the cut back and get a good exit. Passes the Mercedes there, gets out of the way nicely. And now here comes the Mercedes powered Force India into the Mercedes stadium section. He comes through the right pretty nicely. So 35.7 and 16.8, so again another probably mid top 10, probably between 6th and 9th, I'm gonna guess, providing he can get a good final sector. Oh, he's cut that. That might have been an invalidation. He has got time for another lap, just about. Yeah, he has got time for another lap. Might have time for another 2 laps if he's got the fuel on board. No, probably not actually. He goes 10th from the 16.6. Okay, so a bad lap. That is going to demote Mike to 12th though, who is currently on a flying lap. It's a 16.5 first sector, so very nice. I won't question the legitimacy of his turn 1. We all know how easy it is to abuse that corner, but we'll see. Craig retires from the session. We'll see where he is in a second. But here we are with Mike, championship leader in the Toro Rosso car. Oh, there's all sorts of lag and crashes going on there. It's a 35.7 middle, so I'm thinking top 5 here if you can get a good final sector. If you can get that Toro Rosso to point into the corner. He's going to have time for another lap if he so desires. I'm not sure he will. It's a 1:16.1 and he goes 5th fastest. So here comes Yarham. He's going to be starting his final flying lap attempt. Where is Craig? Craig retires from the session having qualified almost last. All invalidated laps. He's done a 16.3, which would be good for P8, P9, P6 even if it was a low 13.3. So real disappointing for him. Oh, here we are. The session's finished. What's the Yarham doing then? Let's ride on board with him. He opens the DRS. He's trying to follow that Mercedes car. Now they're quite close together. If that Mercedes is particularly slow, this could be a real hindrance for Yarham. He's extremely close to the back of him. And you may have to brake just a little bit early if you to avoid potentially crashing into the back of the other car. Oh, migrating host, that's not good. Oh, and I can't tell if Fasco got out of the way or crashed there. Either way, he's thrown himself into the gravel. So that has stopped him blocking Yarham's lap. Yarham currently 7th, 1.1 seconds off of the pole time. Using up all the road at the final few corners. He's going to come to the line and it's going to be P4 for Yarham in the manor. A really solid effort that. And the host is disconnected, hopefully. But, that's not going to require a restart. Tej there, 5th, a solid debut qualifying from him. 5th place. And in a really solid position to start the race in a moment. Right on board with Tej. Let's see, is anyone else on track? Mike? No, he's in the pits. Fascone, he just chucked himself in the gravel. No, so it's just Tej. other than Tavolution apparently on circuit. And now this glitch. So while we... Oh, there we are. Right then. Oh dear, and everyone Kentucky's got a grid penalty. Right then, so Sir Spud on pole with a 1:15.1 for Mercedes. It is Gaming Freak Plus on the soft tyre and the McLaren in second, so he's in a great position. It's LK0 in the Force India third, Yarham fourth, Tej fifth. It's Mike in sixth, Clyde in seventh, Notorious LIP in the second, McLaren is eighth. Unomi One Kentucky qualifies ninth, but will start 14th thanks to that penalty. Jade in 10th, Fabulous Chicken 11th, Johnny 12th, Jamie in 13th, Betrayer in 14th, Noreen in 15th, Malk in 16th, Fascone in 17th, Tavolution in 18th, and then it's Craig and Tamlad in 20th and 21st. Didn't see what that penalty was for. I imagine it'll be for something like illegal blocking, because the game doesn't give out penalties like that very often. Right then, so we'll need to do the leave and rejoin thing. So that we can get into spectator cam. It is very overcast. It says it's going to stay dry. Oh, and we've pressed go already. That's an interesting decision. Wow, but people are going to be really cross. Deary me. Right then. So we'll leave the session and rejoin in a second. See you in a minute. Oh, well then. Due to the... We're going to have a full race restart. So... I just have to wait for a new invite. If I can find a way to... If I can find a way to keep the stream running, if I can suspend an application potentially. Let's see, if we go to... No, I don't think it's going to be possible. I want to suspend an application so I don't have to restart the stream. The game should be fine. It doesn't bug anymore when people leave and rejoin. Right, so while we're sorting this out, I'll leave you in peace. Back in a moment. We're back again. Oh no, we'll put my setup back on my ghost car to give it a chance. I'm joking, it won't be driving around very fast. Right, we're back again. It's apparently now, it's different weather now. But okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Fuel, it's worthless. Game reckons a 2-stop. I'd agree with that, but I would think that it's probably... I mean, a 1-stop might be possible, but I think it's probably soft, medium, super soft, or some other order of that combination. So hopefully this is going to be a formation lap, so I can leave and rejoin, maybe? Yes, right, that's okay then. Starting P5, this is my best qualifying position in IRL so far. Right then, I'll leave and rejoin, and we'll start this race for real. Right then, so the way this works is I've left and rejoined, but I know that this car is probably going to need to be retired, or it's going to ruin the restart procedure. Oh, it's all over the shop, people are disconnecting. I don't even know if the safety car's on, so I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it to drive around. It'll have to fire off when the safety car, when the restart happens, when the formation process happens. Let's take a look. Right, so basically the process now, if you're unfamiliar, is a formation lap, a safety car restart. So we'll have some of the Honda engine on there. So I'll have 2 laps, I think, of slow safety car pace, in which everyone gets into their original qualifying positions. I'm going to get out of this, and we will then, at the end of the second lap, we will go racing. Everyone appears to be putting their foot down. This is going to be a really bizarre safety car restart, because everyone's going extremely fast. So there's my ghost car. My ghost car is going to push. Obviously, it'll be removed from the race results if it even gets to the end at all. While this is happening, I'm going to take another... I'm not going to talk, because there's not a lot to talk about, really. I am not entirely sure what's going on here. Everyone seems to be retiring and leaving. I'm gonna have to go. I'm not going to be able to complete the commentary on this race if this gets delayed any longer, because we're currently already nearly half an hour behind schedule. Everyone's just driving off. They're still battling. I can't tell if they're supposed to be. People are leaving. There's nothing being said in the chat. I'm not entirely sure. Well, one shot. Apparently we're doing a one-shot qualifying. Well, meanwhile my ghost car's setting absolutely blistering lap times. Absolutely fantastic 125.2. Well, I mean, I'm glad I could bring you qualifying. Oh my word! I'm glad I could bring you qualifying, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to call it a day on this stream. Unfortunately, it's I would have liked to bring you a full grid race of the German Grand Prix, but all these delays mean that personal matters I have booked in will unfortunately overlap. I've been invited, but it's not a lot of good. So, unfortunately, as we leave this session, I'm going to have to leave you. Hopefully we can be back for round 5 for a race that does actually get broadcast, unlike the last two where we've had disconnections and all sorts of disasters occur. But I suppose for this evening I have been your host, H Racing Green. Hopefully someone else can take over the stream, possibly from me if there's someone available. But thank you and goodbye.